Just get on with this.
You could have.
You know what? Let's not have the old intro tonight. Let's just go straight in. I need to bring up. No, I don't need to bring up anything. We're on the stage now. That's good, gentlemen. You are live. How are yous, Barry, Jason, and Cognac? Are you all good? Are yous?
I am now that I've got everything sorted. Yes.
Oh, have you? Is it all done? Have you managed to? Are you talking about gaming, or are you talking about new hard drive?
Both actually.
Ah, very good, very good, very good. And how are you tonight, Jason, sir? Are you doing okay?
I'm doing well, thank you very much for the Mojax. I do very well.
Very good. I am just looking at the
on
old
menu.
warning lights here, gentlemen. I've got an amber alert coming on for connectivity to the stream. So if anybody's watching this and it's a bit choppy, apologies. Don't know why. It was sitting green before it all happened, and temperature is okay. No, everything seems to be okay apart from an amber alert there. What have we got open that could cause any of this? No. Everything that is open is necessary and we're okay. Bizarre. Right, so it's open mic night tonight. We do not have an entertainer, but I do have a little poem that I wrote for to basically lay across some artwork that Twinkie the Llama did for us before. It was a wee sort of collab, a fusion of artistic techniques, her art, my words, which we'll play towards the end, but we're open for chit chat just now. I think that we were just talking off camera a minute ago about TikTok, and I am looking at Barry's avatar on StreamYard just now, and it's a non-TikTok. It's like a road sign with TikTok with a red line through it there just now. So there's TikTok as an app is not a bad app. It's the backdoor bullshit stuff that's bad, the lack of security, which is the main concern. And you were saying something about Amazon, Barry, off camera when we were just about to go live. So let's go to that, and then we will get Cognac to come in with his piece about it as well.
Due to recent security fears and people backward engineering the app, questionable code has been found. And as a precaution, Amazon have ordered every single employee who has this installed on one of their devices that has access to company emails to have the app removed instantly.
Wow. That's incredible. If a big company like that has got concerns, I mean, Amazon, much as they're big and a big entity and don't have positive press in their own way, for them to actually say that is a big thing. Do you think that America will ban it though, guys? Do you think that they're going to take it out of circulation as a whole? What do you think?
There would have to be a reason for it. They're not going to just blindly do it. But again, America doesn't have to ban it. Apple has to ban it, and Google has to ban it, and then it won't be available.
Right.
Amazon never actually banned TikTok. It was an email mistake. The company actually fixed that 49 minutes ago.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Sorry, but that email mistake just is far too...
And this is actually like 49 minutes ago. The U.S. is considering TikTok ban, but the U.S. Is considering a ban of all Chinese social media app. Oh, no. So Chinese social media app TikTok over concerns that it poses a threat to national security, but instead what we did was we just made it so our troops can't use it.
Yeah, the army have definitely banned it from any device that's the army use. That's a big thing about it.
Amazon
Go and
didn't
send
ban it.
Cognac. Go and send
Amazon
us
didn't
that URL for the Amazon one if you've got it there, mate. Okay, just so we
Yeah,
can
actually, I do have it here. It's
just
give me 1 second.
stick it up in the private chat because I'd like to have a look at that myself. That's interesting. Because
It's on. It's on foxbusiness.com. It's Fox Business. So hold on a second. I'm gonna have to because I have it on my TV separate from the
Sure.
the phone.
Foxy business. Oh, we're doing okay.
Oh yeah, so they did. They disclosed that it was a mistake. Actually, it's probably easier if I just.
I could probably look at...
Cockdog's disappeared.
That's all right. We'll bring him back in a second. He's away to.
As we're saying, Mojax, as we're saying, guess who owns Fox?
Tell me, Disney.
Yep.
But Fox News itself is an entertainment channel, isn't it, Barry?
So far Disney.
Officially, yes, it is.
It is, yeah. We learned that through a court case, which is quite funny. Quite funny.
Well, the funny thing about Fox is it's part of a certain family that's been making millions upon millions in the States, and I can understand why they're sort of like pulling TikTok. If they have pulled TikTok, I do not know, because the thing is that this family basically is one of the gophers for Mr. T himself.
It's not Fox that's pulled TikTok, mate. It was Amazon that did the email thing, but Cognac's a way to go and grab the part that says it was a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, sorry, that's just like a computer error. It doesn't make an error. You either sent the fucking email that you typed out, or you didn't.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the human error of missing the procurement committee stuff with the EU. You either miss the email or you don't. But it'll be interesting to see what the Fox Business. Hold on a second. I'll see if I can find it. Fox Business TikTok.
Yeah. Because TikTok's been banned from my house. It's been banned from my son's house because my son's boycotting anything which is a threat to him and his mum.
I don't see it as a threat. It's the app itself is not a threat. It's the permissions. Okay, it's the permissions, as Barry says.
It's the permission in the software. So that's all.
That's all it is. So I mean, what are they going to do with your data? That's it. What are they going to do with my data? Here we go. Amazon did not ban TikTok. Email was a mistake, said company. Yeah, somebody's fucked up somewhere in that. Like,
somebody sent an internal email public.
Yeah. Just hours after telling employees Friday morning that they must delete the popular Chinese-owned video app TikTok from their work phones and any mobile devices. Come on, we don't want you up there just now. No, we don't want you either.
All right, here's another indication of how tough...
No, stop that just now. Just TikTok from their work phones and any mobile devices that have access to Amazon email. Due to security concerns, the company disclosed that was a mistake. This morning's email to some of our employees was sent in error. There is no change to our policies right now with regard to TikTok, an Amazon spokesperson told Fox Business. The New York Times... You what?
Can you smell the bullshit from here?
Or do you think they're trying to pick up the pieces?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like, whoops.
Guarantee you every single employee went, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, do you think so? Yeah, I mean, you know, but it's like with Walmart and the company that I work for over here as well. If I've got access to company emails through my phone, there's certain things which I can and can't have, and I've got to sign up to that, and that's the permissions thing. That's why I don't have company email on my phone. Simply,
see, I bet you a fiver that every employee went, well, that's fine, we'll take your emails off then.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right, and they're well within their rights to do that.
Yeah, in which case you can give us you can shell out more money for a company phone.
Yep, Well, again, that's exactly right, because
which is how it should be. If you want, if you're that concerned about privacy and that concerned about permissions and all that sort of stuff, then yeah, it should be on a locked company device that you can control.
Yep, absolutely. Here's Cognag back again. Here just now. I found the article myself, mate, and I got it. I was just going through
perfect,
there
because
just now.
I sent it to you by picture because the URL is long.
Yeah, that's all right. I've got
that full page.
So what we're discussing, what we're saying here is it's probably them picking up the pieces of that, because from experience using my phone for company business, for the company I work for, they do have in part of the organization for it, they do have a right to turn around and say, hey, listen, you can't have certain apps that might pose a security risk on your phone if they have a backdoor potentially into company emails. But then I have a right as an employee to say, that's fine, I will take your software off my personal phone. So there's a good possibility that it was sent out, but it sounds a bit fishy that maybe a lot of their employees told them to go and fuck off, basically. So at the end of the day, all right, it's somebody somewhere, when they've backward engineered this, right, has discovered that it's like, ooh, what is all this going on here?
Well,
There's a lot of issues.
I know that they do have the legal right to take anything you make that seems like it would be good commercializing with. Like, let's say you make a commercial on your TikTok, right? Just a commercial, but it has nothing to do with like actually being on TV or doing it for the product, just doing it for yourself. They can take it and actually create the commercial and not have to give you any credit and not give you any money and use your video for the commercial. They have that power.
Yeah, so does Facebook, mate, and so does Instagram. Both these companies can do that.
I mean, who's to say we're not, like, spying on them too, using our freaking Microsoft cameras on the Xbox?
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, there's
spying with Microsoft products. There's a good one.
No, that's not.
Well, essentially every Xbox camera is linked to being able to be seen by someone on the other side, whoever is got that job, the best job in the world.
Pretty much every camera can do that. The thing is,
so
right? What was
they're afraid of the Chinese Communist Party just coming in as a third party and kind of they're afraid they can have access to it, is what they're afraid of.
No, they're scared of their dirty fucking tactics. It's been widely believed that
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that this week that the Trump administration is considering banning TikTok over the fears that the Chinese Communist Party could access data that monitors American citizens.
Yeah,
that's what the senator.
I mean, the Huawei phone network in the UK, who are currently, potentially going to be rolling out the 5G network, might still get told to fuck off due to security fears. And if a company's got nothing to hide, they would naturally want to keep cooperate at every turn. But for some strange reason, this company doesn't want to, and drags everything out and always comes up with excuses for not cooperating, which is just fucking hinky as hell.
I see where the problem is here. Wow. Okay, so TikTok, with how everything goes, if the Chinese government actually asked for all of anything that has to do with us and through TikTok videos, TikTok actually would have no choice but to turn over all the data to the Chinese government. So, I mean, they could, but that's if they enforce it and ask for it. They would kind of have to, but
Cognac, what are you going to look at here, right? What are you going to look at?
What are we doing on our TikToks that's even actually
it's not what you're doing on your TikToks, mate. It's not about that, right? It's, if you imagine, right, what you're doing on your TikTok is hilarious, it's fun, it's like kids dancing, grown-ups ranting, people farting, people singing and doing what TikTokers do. I don't think that any intelligence agency is really interested in that. What they're looking at, right? What they're looking at, right, is the fact that the software, right, has security issues, so potentially it could be used as a gateway into other things. All right.
So does our router, but I use a VPN thing for that.
Yeah, absolutely. But not everybody does do that, right? And
not all VPNs are made equal.
And yeah, so when you look at it, right? Okay, if you have a nice security thing, that's cool. And I don't think the Chinese government would be interested in what's on my PC, on what's on maybe on Barry's PC. I don't know, because you know he does crazy shit. I don't know, but that sort of idea, they're more likely to sort of like go and try and grab, get a backdoor into a company like Amazon, a company like Walmart, like any other particular things, like somebody within like the intelligence services who may have the app on a company phone. Potentially it's not the billions of people that they don't have to worry about, it's the 0.75 of a person who's got it sitting on their phone that could potentially be a gateway into something that could be bad. And that's what the problem is. It's not you and me going, yes, look, I nearly got 1,000 subscribers on TikTok. That's not what it's about. It's about that one thing. And do you know something? It's something that could be easily fixed if they really fucking want it. Yeah. It's like what Barry was saying about Huawei or whatever they're called. All right. If they had nothing to hide and they wanted to fix it, they could fix it. They could fix it easily. It's just ones and zeros. That's all it is. And permissions. That's all it is. It's dead easy. But they don't want to, or they're not going to, or if they are, they're dragging their friggin' feet. This could go away overnight, dead easily. I don't think that there's a threat. I really don't think that there's a threat to the end user of TikTok, but you just don't know.
Well, they said that about Zoom, and then they discovered massive fucking holes in Zoom.
Anyway. Changing the subject, because TikTok does my man boobs in.
And you have beautiful man boobs.
Oh, they erased one of my videos showing my man boobs. They said they looked too real.
Okay, Ghislaine Maxwell, right?
She turned up in court today, and she's pleading not to be sent down the Swanee.
Wait, she's pleading not to be sent.
She's claiming that she doesn't want to be sent down the Swanee, the jail path, because she's got enough evidence to clear her name to say that she and Epstein had nothing in common. Now the funny thing is, there's been a lot of documentaries on YouTube. There's been a lot of things on the news about this upcoming court case, and they say it's going to be over and done with in 3 weeks. I don't think so, because the thing about this character, Miss Maxwell, is everyone knows who her daddy was. Everyone knows who her sugar daddy was. And the thing about this Maxwell character is they're now trying to say that the reason why she was in hiding for a year is because she was waiting for the right time at the right to make this announcement to say, look guys, I was given spared jail first time around, I've still been spared jail, here's your documentation, let me off, let me go back to wherever she wants to go, be it Israel, be it America. The thing is I've done nothing wrong. Has she frigged? The thing is she's from the Maxwell household. Now, does anyone remember the Maxwell dynasty?
Yeah, Robert Maxwell.
Robert Maxwell.
Yep.
Robert Maxwell was a billionaire who lied, he cheated, and he stole. He did it all his life until the day he was, let's just say, removed. And the thing is they still say to this day that he had a heart attack and he fell off his boat and he was found floating in the med. Codswallop. Everyone knows who bumped him off and why he was bumped off, because back in the day, he was a triple agent. He worked for the Israelis, he worked for the Czechs, and last but not least, he worked for the Russians. And the thing was he was playing all three until one day they decided to say, we don't need you anymore, Bob. And they got rid of him because he was too expensive. And the thing now with this Maxwell character, his daughter, who's been Epstein's little madam,
Too expensive.
she says she says she's got enough evidence to clear her name and be left alone until she finally goes.
Oh, that
But
could be the
thing
case,
I
though.
don't think
She
she's
might
gonna
well
go.
do have evidence. She might have enough to turn around and dog people right in the shit. I'm looking at a couple of articles just now. Let me just bring. I'm not going to bring them up on the screen because I don't know whether the stream still has a massive amber alert. Let me just grab my phone so I can check to see if it's laggy. Hold on a second, gents. Be right back. Be right back.
Yeah. The thing about this Maxwell character is if she gets let off,
And of course, my phone is out
It's
of
like
batteries. So yeah, I'm looking at an article just now that to do with Ghislaine and her bail. She requests bail release due to this is different from what you're saying just now. It's not disagreeing with what you're saying. It's like this is to do with her bail release. Requests bail release due to unprecedented COVID-19 risks. She should be released on bail while awaiting trial for her alleged involvement in Jeffrey Epstein's child sex trafficking ring because of COVID-19 crisis. Wow. Okay, and its impact on detained defendants. The British socialite's lawyers argued in Manhattan federal court papers filed on Friday. She was arrested on the 2nd of July, we know this, and her lawyers insisted that Maxwell is not a flight risk. Bullshit. Okay, that's like so. That's the first part. They've opted for hold on a second. Where was it? This is the next. The Daily Mail has got this article from this morning. One second.
Everyone's favorite paper.
Yeah, the
The
Daily
thing is,
Fail.
the woman that they say she's not getting bail, woman that they're saying they might give her bail, and now they're saying that they're looking into giving her bail.
No. That's not what that said at all. That is not what that said at all. That's what her lawyers are asking. Okay. I'm just trying to find what the court finally decided. Ghislaine Maxwell hadn't spoken to Jeffrey Epstein for a decade before he killed himself, and the victim. And is the victim of a smear campaign. This is what her lawyers are saying. This is basically on the lines of what you were saying. Her lawyers claim that she is the victim of a smear campaign, that she had nothing to do with any of his stuff whatsoever. Her lawyers claim as they beg for her to be released on a $5 million bail bond. Ghislaine Maxwell is seeking release on a $5 million bail bond, claiming she is not Jeffrey Epstein and hadn't contacted the paedophile for more than a decade before he killed himself. So wait now. So she was like hadn't spoken to him for 10 years prior to his death.
Oh gosh.
Well, it'd be interesting to go and find. There's bound to be stuff online saying one thing or the other about that. I don't think that she would turn around and say that in court. Mate, listen, I don't think she would turn around, and her lawyers are not stupid enough to say something in court unless they had proof of that, because that would just be perjury all over again.
Well, she's done perjury twice already, Bo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally, I get that. But okay, if they've got proof of that, if they can turn around and say, well, that is hogwash, then they're going to turn around and say that is hogwash. Her request filed in the U.S. District Attorney Court in Manhattan claims she is not hiding from authorities, has not left the U.S. once since Epstein's 2019 arrest, and is not a flight risk. She was in fucking Israel. It also argues she is at risk of contracting COVID-19 if she continues to be held in the Brooklyn jail. That's how she's going to get suicided, by the way. That's what we said the other day there as well.
She won't commit suicide, because if she commits suicide,
we could do the straight jacket in the room with all the pads and no one around.
It's going to be a private barbecue for one if she does commit suicide, because the thing is she is guilty as sin. And the thing is I've been watching various documentaries on this case. I've watched a lot of things on Epstein, a lot of things on our people, Prince Andy Pandy, and all sorts of things. And the thing is if you watch her in all the photographs she's ever been in, she's got a smile like a Cheshire cat, as if to say, "That's my girl." Smile for the camera. It's your 5 minutes of shame. Smile for the camera.
But
the thing is
shame.
what
the
you've got to
thing
look
is,
at
yeah.
here. Right, on you go, on you go.
No, you go.
No, I'm just going to say what you've got to look
Oh.
at, what you've got to examine here, right, is as much as we can look at the courts being dicks globally throughout the whole world. Listen, I'm just looking at the stream. I can't see me moving. Barry, are you able to check to see if the stream's laggy or not at your end? Because the software's fine, but I'm looking at the studio thing and it doesn't look very strong, to be perfectly honest. Looks quite choppy.
The one thing which is strange about her is she can fly a private jet, she can fly a helicopter, she can pilot a submarine or two. The thing is she's no Jimmy Bond. She is no oil painting. The thing is if she goes down, she's going to go down for quite a long time, and she's not going to surface until she finally meets her maker.
Yeah,
because the thing is. No, go. See that.
No, I'm going to say, listen, the courts are not going to fuck this up with Ghislaine Maxwell. If they had things on her 6 months ago, all right, they would have arrested her 6 months ago, all right. This is what you've got to look at. They've taken her out now because they have good enough stuff to get her into the court, which is fine, all right. But what the question that you have to look at is, way back in the day, Epstein had a plea bargain that basically circled a steel ring around his friends and anybody potentially unnamed. They didn't have to name people for this, which was an immunity clause to anybody involved in his activities.
I know.
But that was never ever taken out. That was always left in, and it's still active just now. They've not contested that in court. That is one way that she could get round it. However, again, I don't think that the American legal system is stupid enough to have that, to be able to turn around and not have a way to get past that.
It was a gentleman's agreement between Epstein and some lawyer in Florida.
That's not, it wasn't a gentleman's agreement, mate. It was a plea bargain, cast iron, written on paper.
I know, but it was still a gentleman's agreement. But basically, Epstein, he would admit he would go down for about 10, maybe 11 months, but he wanted his friends spared because he was a guilty party. They had nothing to do with it. But the thing is, did the wise man not say it takes two to tango? Yeah, he did. Yeah. And the
wise man also said the Titanic was gonna be unsinkable, and look how that one worked out.
Yeah.
Yes, Barry. We all know it's Scampy Band. Thank you very much. But the thing is she is guilty of sin. You just have to look at her body language. And why? The thing is, yeah, she was out of the limelight for about 11, maybe 12 months. Yeah, but the thing is she was listening. Her phones were listening to. Her computers were being monitored. She was being watched from afar. She was being photographed from afar. And then in the end, she just hands herself in. The thing was she couldn't go to any airport and say, right, I'm off, because her passport was stopped. But then again, she's got more than one passport.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is if she gets sent down, the amount of dirt they will have to shift through to find out what's fact, what is fiction, what is real, what is fake, blah, blah, blah. They're going to be there for quite a while, because she says she's got videotape, she's got discs, she's got files, she's got all sorts of shenanigans. But the thing is you've always got to go through the protocol of making sure, like checking if it's real. Does it match with what happened at such and such time and such date? But the thing is if she gets let off, she's going to sue whoever put the book at her. And I can see it's going to be very, 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 very expensive. Because the thing is she's got millions stashed away. She's got millions upon millions stashed away. And the thing is she is going to play the fiddle. She's going to play. And I said to one of my mates about this, she's going to whip out a little black book and say, in this little black book, I've got names, telephone numbers, dates, and places. And I don't want anything to do with it. I will hand this book over as evidence, but I don't want to go down the Swanee. But the thing is she will go down the Swanee, and she's in one of the most degrading prisons in Manhattan as we speak. And she doesn't like in there because she's away from her comforts. She's amongst child killers. She's amongst drug dealers. She's amongst rats. Surprise, surprise there. I'm actually surprised Jeffrey Epstein's not there. And a whole load of other monstrosities in this Manhattan prison. And even the prisoners themselves, for 6 months, they didn't have any power because of a winter shortage. And basically they had no hot water, they had no electricity, they had no heating or anything for 6 months. And all the prisoners were confined to their cells and only allowed out once in a while to do a bit of exercise. Then back
fuck
in.
the prisoners.
But
Fuck
the
her.
thing is-
She's guilty in my eyes. I think she should think herself lucky that she's getting paper clothes to wear, because that's what she's got. She's on hardcore suicide watch, and she's only in that prison just now, because it's it's the federal prison for the New York courts, for the federal courts in New York. She was at a different prison before that. But no, everything you're saying there is perfectly justifiable. With regards to everything. But I will say just now, right, is I feel very strongly that the American legal system would not have arrested her if they didn't have a direct route to prosecuting her
because
convincingly.
technically you can't get around what, like, essentially the part of it she wouldn't be able to get around, in my head, would be the aiding and abetting.
Yeah, the thing is, okay,
you would have to disclose every moment of every day that you were with them.
Well, that's
That would be
potentially
like-
what she might have to do. They'll have gone through her life. I mean, the amount of evidence that they had, they'd collected from the Epstein case as a whole, from his safe, the amount of discs and things like that showed really quite dodgy images and stuff. They've probably gone through absolutely everything with a fine-tooth comb, and they can probably turn around and contest anything that Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyers are going to use in defence. I hope so anyway. I hope that they can turn round and give clear evidence to the route to justice for the victims of Epstein. At the end of the day, that's all that we really need to have, is justice for the victims. They got to have their day in court with Epstein when he was prosecuted, but was justice served by him allegedly killing himself? Do we think that he killed himself? Well, we have to go with what they said, But okay, if he was like the holder of that little black book, like you're saying, Jay, right, which I believe that he could have named names. There's a lovely sort of theory that's doing the rounds, which is kind of linked to Robert Maxwell as well with regards to this, is what you were saying. He was involved with the intelligence community. That's true. He was involved with the intelligence community. Whether he was a triple agent or quadruple agent, I can't say, but he was definitely linked with Israel and the British Secret Services. I've read quite clearly on several different articles from people involved in the Secret Services. However, let me finish, please. Let me finish, right? Because we're going down the lines of Jeffrey Epstein potentially also. His CD ring could have been the ultimate honeypot ring. Okay, yes, he was a narcissist. Yes, he was a child abuser. Yes, he was a terrible man. Okay, however, with Ghislaine Maxwell being brought up in that environment, and the fact that she also idolized her dad, she was pretty what's the word I'm looking for, involved indirectly with her father's businesses, idolized her dad, and would have been a great asset. And if she could have been the one that manipulated Epstein into the position of having this honeypot ring, to have the movers and shakers of the world on the private island, in his orgy jet, in his Manhattan house, doing all these terrible things, okay, and using that to blackmail people, okay, that is one theory that's doing the rounds. It's a bit out there, but it's not beyond what could have actually been. But that's just, like I say, a theory. What we'll do is, I think we should leave the Epstein thing alone just now. I could happily talk about it all night. I just want to say good evening to Morgan, who has joined us, and a hello to Equilibrium Balance. Good evening, Carmen. And there's a Barry's there, but we know Barry's there because he's speaking to us here as well. And if anybody else is watching in the background, feel free to say hello. It's always nice to speak to people. Everything's holding together just now. On the old stream, we've got green lights again, which I'm very happy about. Morgan saying justice wasn't served as he's not legally guilty. Was he not prosecuted? Was it did the case not finish? I can't remember. I need to go back and look at the.
No, I think it ended rather prematurely.
Yeah, I think he was before everything got out. That makes sense now. I'm going to go back and watch the last episode of that documentary again. I would like to see justice served. I think that the victims of this, there's no doubt about it that there are victims involved here. There's no doubt about it that harm was done beyond anything. You don't have the multitude of people coming forward in the way that they have done now, without fear of reprisals the way that they were before, without there being some element of truth in the matter. But I strongly feel that Ghislaine is really in for a bit of a shocking surprise as the court case progresses. I'd say fuck all paedophiles, fuck all manipulators, fuck them all, hate them. Why can't we just all get along? Right, have we got something nice to talk about, gentlemen? Do we have something nice to talk about?
I do. I got 8 funny to 9 funny news point article headlines that I just couldn't help but write down.
Okay, give me your top 5 favourite from those then, please, good sir.
California woman eats engagement ring in her sleep while dreaming about eating it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Talk about
California dreaming.
Inmates that deputies had taken into custody were released out of the car to help rescue a baby accidentally locked in a car.
Oh, say that again?
Yes. Inmates. The inmates that were taken into custody were let out of the bus or the cars to help deputies rescue the baby that was accidentally locked in a car.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Hundreds of twins are gathering for an annual festival in France. So in France, there's about to be a festival where it's just nothing but twins everywhere.
Oh man, that could be some pervert's wet dream. No, I'm no, that would freak me out. Freak me out.
And this one, I don't know how this happened, but this one wasn't as much of a funny as I just don't know how. Watch Florida boys rescue after getting locked in an igloo cooler.
An igloo cooler?
Yeah, and for me, an igloo cooler in my head, I don't know how big they are, but for me, like those little igloo cooler things are like the things that like you open and shut and fill with ice, right?
Yeah, totally. Like a picnic hamper, like we call an igloo cooler is the brand name, but you get an ice box, a cold box or something that you can with a lockable top. It's like some kid got locked in one of them. Wow.
Got locked in one of those somehow, and it wasn't like it looks like it was by accident.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and no more. The Leaning Tower Pizza is now second to the failing building demolition creates the Leaning Tower of Dallas.
Shut up! Really? I'm Leaning Tower of Dallas. I'm gonna Google. I'm gonna see a picture of that. Leaning Tower of Dallas. I still can't get over.
Where'd you find all this? Where'd you find this? The Bermuda Triangle of the internet?
Holy shit!
These are NBC News' weirdest current news updates, and
that's wild.
I just couldn't. When I started going through some of them, I just couldn't believe what I was reading about. Like earlier, I told you the man who dressed up as the Grim Reaper who warned Florida beachgoers about coronavirus, and the man in St. Louis bar who was just a normal was being the bar was being held at gunpoint, and the dude walks up to him with this nice big old freaking looks like a big old hefty machine gun kind of looking thing, and the dude just lights up his cigar in front of him and just looks at him. He's like, mm-mm. And the guy goes to take his phone, and he rips the phone back to himself, and he just looks at him and takes a big puff of his cigar, and the dude just walks up to the cash register and says, I'll just take the cash, and I'll be on my way. And,
That's
like,
crazy.
this dude was just some regular... He literally... It was the act of, like, no fear that just made this guy go, this guy's, like, I'm not scaring him one bit. It's actually kind of scaring me. I'm out of here.
That's crazy. Now there's pictures of the Leaning Tower of Dallas, failed demolition of a tower in Dallas. That's hilarious. There you go. That's wild, and I can't get over the thought of the little boy locked in an igloo cooler.
Yeah,
It's friggin' crazy. Have you got anything that's interesting that's better news than talking about Epstein at all, Barry?
Well, there's the Johnny Depp thing where he accuses his wife of shitting on the bed.
Yeah, we did that yesterday on the early show. That was brilliant. My mum actually commented on that this morning when I took her to work. She says, I can't believe that you talked about Johnny Depp's girlfriend taking a number 2 on the bed sheets. I said, yeah, Mum, it kind of happens. People do that. Apparently it was to do with their extreme relationship and pranks. I'll tell you something. If I was involved with somebody that thought doing a shit on the bed was a on the level, on the par sort of pranking thing, I wouldn't be in a relationship with them. There's a line that
Is that why we broke up?
Yeah, man, that's why we broke up, Barry. You shit the bed. I told you before. Okay? Yeah, go.
Mojax. Have you seen Trainspotting? It reminds me of the scene with Spud.
Yeah, that's just when they're fighting over the sheets, and then basically it opens up. That's a terrible scene. That's still that's not good, man. It's not good. But no, I mean, I'm listen. You know how I feel, okay? People are allowed to make their own choices. If it's not doing any harm to people, if it's consensual, that's cool. Okay, but I'm laying down the law right now. I do not consent to another adult shitting in my bed for a prank. Okay, that to me warrants a punch in the face.
It's happened before, huh?
What?
Oh, yeah.
When you say another adult, you mean it's been happened before?
I'm not going to go down that story, okay? I will not go there. That is a story that is basically will never ever be brought up, okay? Ever again.
Thanks, man.
Okay, I'll keep your secrets a secret, brother. Okay.
I've accidentally had a joke fart turn into a joke shart like 3 times in my life. It's cool.
Honest to God, shit.
There was we've touched on the whole Facebook and everybody abandoning Facebook for adverts. Before a range of apps on iPhone and iPad stopped working on Friday, with Facebook admitting it fucked up.
Oh
dear. The firm has said it changed some code and it's triggered crashes on some other apps because it's things like Spotify, Waze, things that you can actually sign in with.
What day was this on, Barry? What day did this happen?
Friday.
Today or last Friday?
It just says Friday, so I'm guessing it meant.
Right, because this week I was over having a cup of tea and a blether with my son's mum, catching up. It was on Monday, and she's got 2 mobile phones, and one of the phones she puts music on while she's doing other things on the other mobile, and the phone which had the music on sort of like jumped to talking about pregnant poodles in North Korea, and then it went back to Spotify, and we're like going, what the fudge? And she just said, did you just see that? And I'm like, yeah. And it was like a split second. It's sort of like it jumped to this like news heading thing, and then it went back to Spotify. And I'm like, is your phone okay? And she goes, yeah. And I said, did you just see that? And her, yeah. And I said, must be a glitch in the Matrix. And we both started laughing. But
Wow.
it was just a split second promoting pregnant dogs in North Korea, pregnant poodles in North Korea.
Pregnant
Like,
poodles in
okay,
North Korea. What the fuck are you looking at, mate?
Yeah.
That's
No,
We don't want
but
to know. We
listen,
don't want to
no,
know.
She was listening. She was listening to Spotify on her other mobile whilst doing another thing on her own mobile, and then it just like flicked automatically to pregnant poodles in North Korea, and then it flicked back to Spotify within a second.
She's just
So that's
pushed her
what I was
favourites,
asking.
mate.
When... No.
Damn.
She's not into doggy porn. She's not into doggy porn. No.
That's not what you. Well, you know.
Changing the subject again. My phone rang itself today, which I thought was quite amusing because every time I put my phone on charge, it's got fast charging. So after about 2 minutes, it's fully charged. I was in the shower today and I was listening to my Spotify when I was in the shower, having a sing along in the shower. And the next thing you know is it came up some random news flash in some gibberish language, and then I went back to Spotify and I'm like going, okay, so I got out of the shower, dried my hands, went to my mobile phone to see what it was. It was a South Korean news flash, and I'm like going, why am I picking up South Korean news flashes on my phone? And I'm like going, I know you have a powerful little bit of kit, but the thing is she had pregnant poodles in North Korea the other day. I get South Korea bloody news flashes in my phone. What's next? My PS4, my PS3 going to say, welcome to Tokyo. And I'm like going, no thank you. You know?
Nah, it'll just come up with a great big message saying you should have bought a PC.
Yeah.
Hashtag PC Master Race.
Okay, Baz. But I've got a gaming laptop already, so I'm quite happy with my gaming laptop. So
That's good.
I don't need a PC. Yeah.
Speaking of PCs, Barry, you sent me a link today on.
Yes, I did.
Okay, about 500 quid for a tower. I just want. I sent you a message back. I've not had a chance to see if you've responded.
With 2 years warranty.
Yeah, that was all right. Is it a decent one though? I don't know how specs work. Is it?
I mean,
right?
it's not going to match up to the one that I showed you that we've already previously talked about, like the one I got put together. But I mean, it's not incredibly terrible.
And do you think that we could take out not the motherboard, the graphics card that's in the one I've got just now and stick that in?
No. I think this has got on board.
Right. So it might not be able to do games.
This just in.
It
As of today,
should
Fallout
be
76
not too
is
bad.
on Game Pass.
Sorry, did we just? Who was speaking there? Was that you, Cognac?
Yes, it was.
What an incredible! I thought, holy shit, we've just been invaded by a poodle porn site from South Korea. There, I was thinking that is the weirdest voice I've ever heard.
No, I thought you guys would all like that news. Just a little bit is Microsoft as their Game Pass on the Xbox as of today put Fallout 76 on their Game Pass.
Really?
So it's one of the free games right now.
Guess who's going to be downloading that tonight? I will be telling my boy about that. That's
You got to love their enthusiasm for it at least.
yeah.
The
Yep,
guys-
Tech Lessons 101 with Barry, which is good. Right, gentlemen, I want to try and see if I can actually get this poem and video that I've made with the artwork of our very own Twinkie the Llama coming up.
Twinkie the Llama.
Just to give you, I've not uploaded this to YouTube yet, because I will do that, because I promised Barry that I've got to upload something else first, otherwise I'll never hear the fucking end of it, okay? And it will be getting done after this.
You're falling behind. I've actually recorded. No, this is for Cognac. Not only has the PC as the settlement build video been done, or sorry, my little mini settlement build, because it'd take ages to do a proper settlement. But I've also done a couple of quests and uploaded them, so there's actually another video to go up after this one.
So let me interject before I get even more shit from Barry about not putting this up. All right, is it will be the settlement one will be uploaded right after this show. I need to make a thumbnail. All right, and then once that is done, and in the process of that, have you sent me is that the link that you sent me, the new one as well?
Episode 3.
Episode 3, because the settlement build is going to be called episode 2.1 settlement building, and then the next one, episode 3. So potentially we could have them all uploaded tonight for your viewing pleasure.
I was going to label this one episode 4, the search for episode 3, but I thought it might be slightly cheesy.
Or episode 4, which now has Mojax not uploaded episode 3. You know, you could have done that as well.
Looking at that PC that I showed you. I mean, it's $499.99. So for that, you don't expect that much, but it's got Bluetooth built in. It's got Intel i5 in it.
Is that quite good?
It's not terrible. My MacBook's an i7, so it's not far off that.
Is it better than the processor that's in the computer that I've got just now?
I don't quite know. It's an Intel one. I have to double check. Probably wouldn't be that far off it. I wouldn't have thought.
It might be worthwhile. I mean, in all fairness, it's something. Is it going to be worth my while going and spending 500 quid or saving up another 500 quid and getting one that will? I would
go with the. Yeah, I would go and get the all singing, all dancing if it was me. Yeah. This is nice, and if you were desperate for a stopgap solution or some sort of solution to some sort of crisis, then yes, I would get this one. But if you could live with the one you've got at the moment, get the all singing, all dancing. You will love it in the end. Yeah,
the all singing, all dancing's on the cards. I need to finish paying
don't
for...
do what I did. I said, yeah, I'll get a terabyte and I'll change it later. No, don't do that. It's a pain in the fucking tits.
Get a 2 terabyte and get it now.
Get the size that you think you're going to want.
2 terabytes, 2,000 gigs.
Oh, that's nothing, mate. Okay, you can fill. Listen, how big's
I've never had more than a terabyte for anything like on a system.
Barry, how big's the server that you set up for me? How much space is that?
That is a 3 terabyte RAID 0.
So I've got a 3 terabyte server. It's got 2 3 terabyte things in it, hasn't it?
Yes. So one mirrors the other one. So if one drive dies, the theory is you've got the other drive that's got a mirror of it, and you'll be safe.
And then I've got one solid state drive that's a terabyte in the actual unit, and then one normal hard disk that's a terabyte. So
you've got a 2 terabyte hybrid drive in the unit.
Holy shit balls! I never knew that. So Cognac, I've got 5 terabytes worth of storage, mate. Okay.
And do you want to know something even cooler? It's a 2.5-inch drive, mate. That'll pop right into a laptop.
Whoa!
I'm trying to figure if I could ever encompass that many gigs myself.
Cognac, that's light. Cognac, that's lightweight compared to what I've got sitting here.
Yeah, I'm amateur now compared to what.
I've got a 4-blade NAS with 4 12 terabyte drives plugged in.
So that's 48 terabytes sitting there, mate.
No, it's 32 because you lose one because of the such. But in my system, I currently have a 6 terabyte drive for my system storage, as well as a 256 NAND flash boot drive. I have a 6 terabyte storage drive nicknamed Kong. I've got a 2 terabyte drive called Majumbas, and I have a spare 1 terabyte drive, which I'm not doing anything with, and a 1.5 terabyte drive for system backup.
Lost me at Majumbas. I just kept picturing a rack.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's the technical word for technical boobies there, wasn't it? That's what that is.
The thing is,
that's awesome.
That was a nickname that I don't mind. She's not listening. My wife's sister has for her. There's a slight.
We can't talk about your wife and ladies like that.
That's more settled than Big Lebowski.
I'm not pointing and laughing, but there's a slight disparity between the pair of them.
Just let's stop, please. We're not talking about like the 2 terabyte hard drives that you've got sitting doing nothing, mate. Okay, right? Let's just leave this to the side.
Look at those floppies.
No. Oh dear God, dear God. Anyway, moving back to away from Barry's techno fetish.
Just a little. We're tidying a drawer up in a chest of drawers in the bedroom.
Don't want to know.
And we actually found a backup DVD of pictures of the wedding.
Okay, right.
That her dad took, and I'm saying that's great. I don't think I've got any systems that I can actually put it into.
You don't have anything. I've got a DVD player here.
No, my PC has no drives external whatsoever.
Mine does, and so does my laptop. It's that old.
My MacBook Air, my MacBook Pro do not have optical drives.
See, when you said that you went into the drawer, right? Honest to God, I didn't know what you were going to come out with. If you said something was like humming or buzzing there, I would have been absolutely say get a more modern hard drive, mate. Because
no, it was just under the strap on.
Oh dear God! Right, okay. I'm going to go back to
all your
poetry
electronics are just meant to give and not receive.
It's a fault with the I/O ports, mate.
Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Is it like a bit of the AC/DC going on there with the power unit as well, isn't it? It plugs into any socket. You know?
Well, right, steering completely away. Morgan says she's on the edge of her seat. More fallout.
Yes, she'll have to wait. Okay, she'll have to wait. Listen.
Take lessons 101 with Barry.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, good. Right, listen. On what we were talking about before, let's see if this will work. Okay. I wrote a poem on the back of Twinkie's artwork, and I used Twinkie's artwork. She did a beautiful drawing. Because she approached me and said, do you fancy doing a collaboration? Your words, my art. And I went, absolutely. What do you want me to draw? And I said, I don't know. You draw something, and then I will look at... Right, okay, I'm sorry, I've just been completely distracted from this with what Morgan's just said. The term for Barry is technosexual. Yes, that really... Don't reply. No, you're not getting to respond to that, Barry, because that just has to sit there, okay? That just has to sit there. But you are officially the world's first technosexual, okay? By a long shot. No?
I'm reminded by the remark you made when my daughter was born.
Okay, go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, go for it.
That you're surprised that she came with that she didn't come with a USB cord instead of an actual umbilical cord.
Yeah, that's right. Did you check
Not
the
saying
back
she
of her
didn't,
head
but it's
for a
not the point.
USB port? Yeah, I remember those. That was funny. Anyway, back to the story about Twinkie. Let me start this again. Good number of weeks ago, Twinkie basically approached me for doing this thing, and I said, yeah, absolutely. He says, you draw your picture. I will take inspiration for my words from your picture, and from conversations and life in general throughout the stream and the evolution of the stream. So she did this thing, and it's called Create Hope. But that picture that you see on the screen there is me cutting and pasting parts of her actual drawing to create a thumbnail for it, one that basically says a collab fusion of art and words. So I've made the video using her artwork and my words and my voiceover. So if you could possibly give me 5 minutes of your time just now without any chit chat, I am going to, let me just make sure that we've got this set up properly. I need to go to a big screen here, and then make sure that
I would time your 5 minutes, but there's no TikTok allowed.
Funny boy. Let me just want to make sure that I've got the right one up on the screen, and then also make sure that it is open for... Where is it? God damn. Right, it's not on that one. I think I've got it on the wrong screen. Where is it? I've lost it. It's not that one. 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 Is it that one? Have I changed it? I had this all set up, would you believe? There we go. That's it there. That's good. Right, we've got it there. And I may stop it very quickly because I don't know whether the sound is up on this or not. But we'll give it a shot. Right, here we go. Let's just play it and see what happens. Yeah, I don't think truth is gathered in the purity of art. As the blood flows free in my brain, a swirling of mist and colour that may drive most people insane. Living the moment in your time, but truly just a second has passed. Overthinking, frustration, with deep concern, the lingering thoughts, they last. The choice of freedom, the freedom to choose, allows us to walk away from incompatible values in which we have no say. And a liberty, oh sweet liberty, without the fear of control. To trace your path and let it cross within another generative soul. Right, I'm stopping this because I have got like serious things coming up here saying that it's exceptionally laggy, and both Morgan and Equilibrium are saying the same thing. That's a damn shame because it's really good. I will upload this one after I upload the Fallout 1 Barry, okay, because it's just a shame that that's not going. Okay, I will upload. I was going to put a break in the middle, you know. Upload yours, upload mine, upload the other. We'll see. Yeah, it's buffering, so it's not doing what it needs to do, ladies and gentlemen, for some reason. I don't know why. Everything is sitting at, you know, adequate levels, with the exception the CPU, I suppose, is now sitting at 81 degrees Celsius because it's getting a bit too hot under the collar hearing Barry's technosexual chit chat. That's what that problem is.
It's attracted to me, what can I say?
Yep, it's definitely got a solid state hard drive waiting in the background for you, mate. That's all I can say, you know.
At least somebody appreciates it, you know.
Not everybody does, but I appreciate you. At least you're not shitting in the bed anymore, which is good. Oh, did I say that out loud? Sorry.
Yeah, but sorry about that. Yeah.
Good. Right, we lost Jason. Jason sent a wee message saying that he needs to basically go and charge his phone or something. It says we'll chat again soon, for Moby needs fed, which is okay. Right, how long have we been on for? We've been on for an hour and 5. That's a shame that I could not do that whole thing for Create Hope live. I will upload it tonight. I will spend the next little while uploading. I will actually have to switch off the PC for half an hour first of all, let the processor cool down so it doesn't stop uploading in midstream for it all. But yeah, it's been a good chit chat tonight. Good sort of volatile, friendly stuff about TikTok, and then aggressive stuff about Ghislaine, and then getting all technosexual with Barry as well. Yeah, it's got the PC hot under the collar, mate. It really has. Reading that. Cognag, Have you got anything you want to finish up with tonight before we disappear into the night?
In fact,
you know, I think I've had my fill of fun. That was all good stuff. That was good. I haven't had a fun like.
do you know
back
why
and forth.
it got as bad as it did?
Wow.
Go on.
Because Nalia's not here.
Oh yeah.
Mum's not here to keep us in line, and we've all basically fucked up.
We've all been naughty children. Naughty children.
Yeah, we're all going to be in the naughty spot when she comes in.
Oh God, no.
I really hope she doesn't watch this one back.
Oh, she will. You know she will. Oh,
Damn it!
Yep. Oh, we're gonna be in so much trouble. That's okay. We don't mind. She's a good lady. She won't give us too much shit. I hope.
Can't be that good. She's hanging around with us.
Nah, we're friendly. We're not doing anything wrong, are we? Barry, you're not doing anything wrong. Again.
Shit, is that camera? No, it's not. Never mind.
No. I've got cloths over my other cameras. Indeed.
I actually have a link to it's a little tiny foam kind of.
I stop right there. My computer is going to overheat if you start going into like USB foam things next. I swear to God.
No, it's a little foam slidey panel that goes over your webcam on your laptop.
Oh yeah. I know those.
So I've got one of them, and I not that I'm paranoid, but I just don't like the idea of something going kind of tits up or leaving it on or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I always have that on any laptop I've got, and all my USB webcams get unplugged when I'm not using them.
Yeah, I kind of turn mine and face mine towards the screen. But I've got the same thing for my laptop, except it's gaffer tape. I just put a gaffer tape over the built-in webcam. Had that for a long time, long time. But there you go. Right, let me bring up the end of show slide here. And where's the music? Here's the music. The banjos are going to play. Because it's that time of night where we have to start thinking about going to our beds.
Sorry, I just... Every time you play that banjo music, I just think of Deliverance.
I know. Ding, 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 ding. Cognac, have you seen Deliverance, mate?
I have not seen Deliverance.
Oh my God.
You're in for a treat, dude.
Oh, speaking of films, we've not chosen one for the weekend.
Oh,
Any
shit.
suggestions? Not Deliverance. I don't think I could watch that this weekend.
I don't know if we can get it.
Mm-hmm.
But Swordfish.
Swordfish is excellent.
I'm gonna have to look.
Have you got? Can you get hold of that and send me a link, Barry? I know
yes, I will. I'm sure I've got it somewhere, or I can. I think I can. I'm actually allowed to share it somewhere. I'll get it done.
Okay, cool. Because it's an excellent film. It's very entertaining. And Cognac, if you want something that will leave you scarred for life to watch, go and watch Deliverance. All right. There's a couple of scenes in there that when
see if you can spot them.
Yeah. There's a particular one about banjo playing, which is a brilliant musical scene. You could go and listen to the music by just typing in dueling banjos, because that's where that comes from. And Morgan's just said Deliverance is baller. I love it. and then the
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
We need to do the Rocky Horror Show, but I want to do the Rocky Horror Show dressed up with the cameras on. All right, and we need to get.
So need to watch Sword.
I've got one for you.
Okay.
A double feature.
Okay.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, followed by Stephen King's It, the one made for TV.
Why? Are they similar?
Tim Curry, mate.
Of course. Oh my
Wait, Tim
God.
Curry played the clown?
Yes.
I so didn't know that. I never
Not in
even
the-
actually
not in the-
like.
Not in the new ones, but he did
No, but the old one.
Yeah, with John Boy Walton as one of the main characters. Yeah, the clown's Tim Curry.
Huh. I
Right.
still didn't know that.
So we're going to do a Tim
Now I'll never
Curry
be able to-
double bill.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
double feature. I'm sure that's a song in the Rocky Horror Picture Show as well. There's a lyric about a double feature. Something I can't even look up on my phone. It's out of batteries.
Morgan said, "I'd happily come on and gush about Rocky Horror. You are welcome."
Steady. We will. I think what we're going to have to do, is before I go back to work the weekend of the 1st of August. So the Monday before that, let's have a quick look. So that would probably be a week on Monday. Let me just bring up the old calendar just now. So Saturday there, Monday. How about Monday the 27th for the Rocky Horror? Swordfish will be the 13th, and we need something for the 20th.
The Flintstones live action.
No.
Because Halle Berry's in it.
Well,
Halle Berry's in
It's one of
Swordfish.
Halle Berry's like earlier roles, but you don't see her as much. But she's in there.
You're gonna be
You're gonna love
totally
Swordfish.
overwhelmed with Swordfish, man, because she gets her Halleys out. No, she gets her berries out, but her Halle is still behind her bottoms, mate. Okay?
I definitely think we should still do Deadpool.
Double bill of Deadpool.
That's a good.
Okay, how about we do double Deadpool? So wait now, Swordfish on the 13th, double Deadpool on the 20th, and Rocky Horror on the 27th.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here's a little known fact. Did you know that the invisible guy in Deadpool 2 is actually Brad Pitt?
Yeah, I heard about that. That's good, but he's nowhere near as good as the invisible guy that's in what's it called, The Boys. That character was fucking brilliant. You know, he was. If you've not watched The Boys, ladies and gentlemen, you need to go and watch The Boys. It's one of the most incredible television series that I've actually watched. I cannot wait for season 2. My son's watching it just now. He's in the process of watching it just now. And another good TV series I've just started watching, just finished season 1 for it, is called Into the Badlands. I didn't think anything much of it, but it's kind of like a modern medieval take on a feudal society after the end of the world in America. That's it. Right, so that's it. We've decided. Monday is definitely going to be what's it called, Swordfish. A week on Monday is going to be double Deadpool, and then the 27th will be the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Actually, my kids will be here. I can't dress up as anything for that.
Morgan Riley would like to come on for Deadpool.
Yeah, come on for Deadpool. Absolutely welcome to come on, Morgan, anytime you wish. We'll just be in podcast mode anyway just now, because my processor won't be able to handle Barry's technosexual attitudes. It'll just get hot under the collar. Far too much. But there you go. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right, Morgan. They paid Brad Pitt coffee.
What?
They
Really?
paid him in coffee?
He said, yeah, it's literally like a 10-minute thing. He just come into the studio, hold this, we'll green screen it, the whole thing, and we will literally flash you in. You'll be on the screen for like a millisecond. And he went, cool. He says, get me a coffee and I'll be there.
Wow.
So he literally got paid in coffee, and it was Ryan Reynolds going, oh yeah, he'll never do it. And one of the advertisements for Deadpool was the emoji advert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dead, the skull, the third emotion, and then they had an L, Deadpool.
Oh God, Deadpool.
And they came up with it in over a morning coffee, and they went, "Oh, you've not got the balls to make that." And he says, "Yeah." 2 days later, I'm driving down the freeway, and there's a great big fucking massive sign. And he went, "Shit, he did it."
Brilliant. Gotta love it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much tonight. If anybody wants to go and hang out in Discord, we'll be in the Radio Apocalypse chit chat room while I hopefully don't crash the PC. Day off tomorrow for live streaming, so we'll make sure that you've got episodes of the wonderful Barry and his Fallout for you guys to watch, and I'll be back on Sunday.
And my shut the fuck up, you're an idiot award.
Okay.
Goes to Julia Swahala.
All right.
Who was dropped from Chicken Run sequel because she sounded too old.
Oh dear God.
And she's claiming it's ageist.
Oh.
It's like, no,
Wait,
your
there
voice
such
didn't
thing?
sound right. Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Yeah, if cheese can age gracefully up to like 100 years, you can't use that as an excuse.
And the whole Jada Pinkett Smith thing. Holy crap.
Jaden Smith and Pinky?
No, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, Jaden Pinkett.
Yeah, Jaden's mum.
Okay.
Apparently, there's a list of people that they have, quote unquote, allowed into their marriage.
Excuse me? Into
Exactly.
their marriage, as in, like...
A non-monogamous relationship?
Into their marriage.
That's just a court case waiting to happen. Did any of them shit on the bed? You know? That's what I want to know.
If they did, they've not...
They've
not
not
upset
talked
about
it. Yeah. Oh, that's because they've probably signed a non-disclosure agreement or some sort of crazy sex contract or something. I don't know.
Here you go. One person that was in this little weird as fuck triangle or octagon or however many people were fucking involved. Was August.
August who?
August Alsina? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know.
That's what it's... Oh, yeah, God.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's a singer, and apparently, so basically, him and Jada knocked boots.
Oh, dear God.
And they had, the official... Because Will Smith and his wife do this thing called the Round Table Talk.
Mm-hmm. That sounds dodgy in itself.
Which is where I got the idea for us sitting around talking about bullshit. But it's where they actually bring up stuff and talk in a sensible manner. Because apparently Will Smith was brought up in an abusive household and does not do shouting.
Right.
He says, I don't do shouting. I will talk through or walk away. But he says, I'm not going to do the whole screaming and ranting thing. It doesn't work. I've seen it. It's not nice. I won't do it. And which is fair enough. And he says he doesn't accept his spouses swearing at him.
Fair enough.
And he says that's not the relationship. He says, he was brought up like that. He watched his dad punch his mum around. He says it's not going to happen. And my hat's firmly off to him. And if it works for them, absolutely fine. No problem with it. Just
So they're trying for a polyamorous relationship?
I don't know, but hey, if it works for them and they're happy,
it's hard,
If it works for them and they're happy with it, then great. But you can't jump in the swimming pool and complain that you got wet.
Yeah, exactly. Because
at the end of the day,
you'd have to agree that one, both don't get jealous, and two, then it's technically not even about the sex, and two, three, it might even just be for the travels. And unfortunately, once you fall into the lifestyle, it just kind of is possible.
At the end of the day, it's just down to consent and being happy. If nobody's getting hurt and nobody's gonna, all parties are consenting and nobody's getting taken advantage of, then that's fine. At the moment that you feel manipulated into saying yes in those situations, that's when it starts to be wrong.
That's why you and me broke up, Mo.
Well, no, it's because you pooed in the bed, mate. All right, we've talked about this.
I told you I did it under protest.
That wasn't a protest. That was a drunken tequila night. I swear to God. All right, enough of that.
Let's not talk about what happened to the worm.
Yeah, no. Listen, that is, and you promised that you would never ever use my pet name in public. All right, I swear to God. All right. Which is good. Right, okay, we've had enough of this conversation. We've been ranting on... Oh, who's pouring juice? What is it, cider or juice, Barry?
This is cherry Pepsi Max.
Oh, nice.
We like that. We like that very much.
Liquid marzipan in a pint glass.
On a completely different note, I can't look up or test the potential for capturing TikTokers to go live on my phone because it's ran out of batteries. I need to go and charge it up. But last look, as I am less than 150 people away from being able to go live on TikTok and annoy the shit out of people there, which I'm quite looking forward to doing. I was thinking about saying every trigger word for the Chinese government I possibly could to see if they come and look things up on it. We'll call that first TikTok live. Let's spam the Chinese government just for shits and giggles.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, totally.
Why didn't we just think of that? Just make a bunch of like fake like messed up plans and numbers and stuff, so they just have that to go off of, and they're like,
no, it'll just be
this
fun.
is actually happening.
Yeah,
it says we should be here. There's nothing out here.
Right, enough. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Anybody that wants to come and join us and chat in the Discord channel, make your way there just now. We'll be across there in a couple of minutes once we finish this. And thanks again, Cognac. Thank you again, Barry. Thank you again, Jason, who's away doing his own thing just now. And we will see you on Sunday morning and then Sunday evening for the Positive Paradigm. Hopefully, if you've got TikTok, go and look up Radio Apocalypse TikTok and go and look up Cognac's TikToks as well. Cognac does amazing stuff on TikTok, because I think that I might jump on to do impromptu lives on there as often as I possibly can, just to annoy the shit out of people. Because what I found on TikTok live is people sort of like just looking at the screen, talking to the chat and not actually delivering a program. Cognac was live today doing a game thing, which was far more interesting for me to watch than half the other lives that I've seen, because it's mostly people stroking their egos. Cognac, can you go live with another person on TikTok? Could I invite you into like my live and things? Is that possible to do?
I've never actually tried that before.
That would be interesting. That would be fun. You know, we could end up doing what's it called? A dual cast type thing, where you and I can be on TikTok as we also do this show at the same time, which would be quite interesting. You know, be very good. Right, okay, off ski. We'll be back again, like I say, on Sunday. Take it easy, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in Discord. Bye bye.